just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out. Lightning in a bottle. I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitches burning out.
What the? Welcome in.
Locks.
You're welcome into Locks. This is first choice.
Lock.
Y'all missed it. If you didn't miss it, you didn't miss it. But if you did miss it, first choice betting, we did our week 2 picks. Go check that video out. I'm on top right now, but locks wise, I'm not on top. I would assume. I went 1 and 2 last week with I think only one. Yeah, only one of them hit. I had Jets Panthers over, didn't hit. Eagles Falcons over, hit. Vikings spread did not hit. So I'm 1 and 2 for locks. How are you guys?
I went 2 and 1. The Vikings was the one that killed me.
Dang. Okay. So
But I did hit the 49ers spread because I took it at 7.5, but it closed at 9.5, and the Lions cut a lot of people, but I grabbed that shit at 7.5. And then I think the other one that hit, I can't remember which one.
no clue.
I think it was the Chiefs and Browns over.
Probably. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't entirely remember which 3 picks I made for my locks. I made parlays for the money line spreads and over-unders. But I'm pretty sure I went Seahawks -3 and Miami Dolphins money line as 2 locks, which would put me at 2 and 3 because I think I picked over-under, and I didn't get any over-under correct. I think I went Dolphins Patriots over. I think 2 and 3 for the locks.
Fair. All right. Well, y'all 2 were tied up there like some lovebirds, and I'm down bottom. So today we have the locks, right? We have 3 picks. Each person choose from the spreads and the over-unders for each game. We're recording this on Wednesday. Lines might change by the time it gets uploaded, but as long as you know, we're making picks and we're holding true to our values. All right. First lock, I guess I'll just go ahead with it. We talked about this practically in the picks video. My first lock is the Bears -1. So they're at home. They are not favored by a lot. It's practically a pick 'em against the Bengals. And I mean, obviously, after week 1, you guys might be like, primetime game, like the Bears look very trashy. That's because you had your eyes on them. You don't really know. I mean, I don't really know what the Bengals looked like last week. I know they won. That's all I know. I know the Vikings struggled. I know the Bengals won. That's all I really know. I know that the Bears look really bad. They do look really bad. It was the Rams, though. So got to keep that in mind as well. But I think the Bears at home, only 1-point favorites at home. That's kind of a weird thing to think about. And I feel like Andy Dalton or Justin Fields, whoever it is going to do fine against the Bengals defense. And their defense is bad in secondary, but I think they'll get pass rush and some pressure in on Joey Burrow. So could be a long game for Burrow if he gets sacked a lot. And if not, well, it is what it is. Bears -1. That's my lock. Yeah, you can go ahead with your first lock.
I believe it is still set at -5.5 right now, but I'm taking the Patriots spread
Never mind.
over the Jets as my first lock. I believe I took them last week. They kind of let me down. I'm rebounding this week. Mac Jones is gonna look good. I'm hoping for a little more Damian Harris action. He had like 100 yards week 1.
Humbled though, he's gonna get some work rescinded. I heard.
For sure. A little more Jacoby Myers action sprinkled in there.
Oh, sprinkle
James White on the
it.
front.
Oh, sprinkle the Jacoby.
And they're playing the Jets, who. Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Spread's a little scary to me, but I respect it. My first lock is the under 51.5 of the Falcons and the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers will probably score a solid amount of points, probably somewhere around like in the 24 to 30 range, probably at least. I don't think the Falcons are going to score a lot of points. And 51.5. 34-10, I would say that's a good possibility, something around that score, 34-17.
Yeah, I thought about it personally.
Yeah. Well, 34-17 gets it to what, 51, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like that under a lot. I don't think the Falcons are going to score at all.
I can dig that. I can definitely dig that. Alrighty. Next game, or next lock, whatever you want to call it. My lock is going to be against the team that lost me all my money last week. It's going to be The Steelers -5.5 against the Raiders. Raiders are not that good. Steelers are pretty good. Showed up against the Bills. Is this one home or is it not home? I don't know.
In Pittsburgh.
It's in Pittsburgh. That's even more
I believe.
reason. Come on now. Even more reason. Pittsburgh's going to show out for damn sure. The Raiders are not that special. They really aren't. The Ravens just struggled a lot last week. 5.5. I mean, that's a touchdown right there. Give me that. I want that for sure.
I'd like to see the Steelers offense look a little bit nicer than it did week 1. First half was ugly. So
The Bills defense is no slouch. There's no slouch defense, but the Raiders definitely are, I would say, a slouch defense. Their definition of it, but they didn't look like it last week. But we'll see the real defense Sunday. X likes it because he's a Steelers fan. What about you, Cam? You like it?
Yeah, I do like it.
it's not one of my locks, but I do like it.
All right.
Yeah, like you said, the Raiders aren't really anything special. The Steelers, their defense is pretty stout, so they'll be all right.
Doubt. Alrighty, X. What's your second lock?
I was kind of bouncing around here on some. Wasn't sure who to go with here for my second lock, but I think I'm going to roll with the Chiefs at -3.5. Sunday night against the Ravens. I think that's a very manageable spread, and I think we're going to see another 2 Travis Kelce touchdowns. Probably Tyreek Hill is going to go for another 150 plus yards. And the Chiefs are just going to show that they're the way more superior team, and the Ravens don't have the weapons on offense. We saw it. Their offensive line's trash. Chiefs are going to be living in that backfield, forcing Lamar to be scrambling, having to make plays like he always does, and he just can't put that offense on his back. And it's going to show how struggling their offense is really going to be this year.
I can dig it.
And I like that. Chiefs -3.5.
Yeah, I definitely
It
understand
might
it.
change, but right now I think it's still 3.5.
Definitely understand it, but Chiefs spreads scare me. The Chiefs just aren't that great at covering spreads for some strange reason. They win a lot of football games, but they don't cover spreads that great. So just scares me a tad. My second lock is the Rams spread -3.5.
I like it.
It's at the Colts. Carson Wentz is still bad, unfortunately. Not necessarily unfortunately. Eagles need him to play, man.
At least he's playing, man.
Yeah, he just needs to play. So hopefully he plays just good enough to keep him around 500, so he stays in there all year. But he's still fumbling the ball. He's not that great. He doesn't have a ton of talent out there at wide receiver. Same problem he had with the Eagles. So we'll see. But I like the Rams -3.5. Stafford looked pretty stellar last week. And the Rams have a great defense. It's going to give Wentz fits, I'm sure. And they're not going to be able to really feed the ball to Taylor, most likely, you would imagine. So
Good thing David Montgomery ran all over him, but
yeah, which I would say makes it even more likely that Taylor isn't going to, because their defense is going to make adjustments against the run.
yeah,
especially against a team with the Colts. But
No wide receivers.
the Colts do have a very good offensive line as well, so could be a little battle in the trenches there.
Ooh.
They
you say
call it
they do have a good offensive line?
the Colts.
I'm pretty sure they struggled last week. I think that's what I was reading. I could be wrong. But if so, it might be.
We shall see. You know what else we shall see? My third lock. I'm going to go 3-0 on locks this week. I'm telling y'all. It's very, very valid. I don't understand why this line is so damn low. But Bills Dolphins over 47.5 points.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. But my third lock was the opposite.
This is my thought, right? I told you, week 17 of the NFL season last year, right? They put up 88 combined points. 55 points from the Buffalo Bills with Matt Barkley in part of the game. The Dolphins were fighting for a spot in the playoffs. They didn't really improve that much, like personnel-wise. Obviously, another year under the belt, that might be some improvements. I think the Buffalo Bills, like I said, they choked last week. How many points they end up putting up last week? It was like 20.
16, I think. It was like 23, 16.
I just don't think they're gonna have that another bad game like that. They just can't. And if they do, it's a bad thing for the Bills. But I'm buying into the fact that the Bills offense is gonna be back in full effect against the Dolphins. And the Dolphins looked pretty decent last week, offensively speaking. Jalen Waddle is being used nice. I like that guy. And Will Fuller's back too. So maybe he can do something. So I do think points can be put up in this game. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
See, my logic was kind of the same reasoning that Cam took on the Buccaneers-Falcons game. I know the line here is a little bit lower than that game at 47.5, but I think that it's going to be not like a freaking 56-point game like it was last week, but I could see the Bills putting up like in between like 23 to 30 points and Dolphins around like the teams. I don't think they're going to crack 20. So I just think that it's going to be closer than you think is what I think.
Yeah, some of these, like, it really, I don't know. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not gonna change my pick yet, obviously, but the thought that you can just like, so you see 47 points, right? And you think like that's like an average or like even like a below average line for like an NFL game, and then you think about it, it's like out of points, like a typical score in like an NFL game, divisional game, nonetheless. 24-10, it's 34 points. Like that's 13 points less than the line. That's absurd to me. And yeah, I don't know. I just think it's very weird how the lines are made and like how they look to me personally, because you see 47.5, you're like, that's not that much. That could easily go over. And then you just add up the points and it's like 24-17. It's under. That's absurd. Especially after the Dolphins did just put up like what, 18 points or something like that. I understand where you're coming from.
16 of the Patriots.
Yours probably makes a lot more sense than my pick does, but sometimes you don't have to make sense to make money.
This is our first disagreement pick here of our locks.
It is, yeah. And I'm just trying to make dollars not make sense. So all right, Cam, you got your last lock, don't you?
I do indeed have my last lock.
Wait, before you get into it, can I ask you one question?
Shoot.
Is it a lock of the magnitude that is Lizzo?
Was it a Lizzo lock?
That's absurd.
That's the big lock.
Is it Lizzo? Is it a Lizzo
That's
lock?
a big lock.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. It's a Lizzo lock.
Let's get it.
I'm all in, and yeah, the Eagles plus 3.5.
Let's go. That is, yeah, for
Lizzo
sure.
lock,
100% Lizzo.
Lizzo lock. They're home. Eagles fans are gonna be pumped up. Eagles, they're just, they don't even got a stout defense. They got a stout team, man. I'm all
Straight
in.
up.
They showed out last week. Nick Sirianni came out, great offensive plan last week, and we'll see if he's able to adjust on a week-to-week basis in the NFL. Hey man, would I be surprised if he didn't and they came out flat against a good 49ers team? No, but they're not. They're not.
They're not because it's a Lizzo lock because you're extreme confidence.
They got me covered. Extremely confident with this one this week.
We got Xavier looking like a bum after he chose the 49ers in the picks,
Man.
and we both took the Eagles. And he's going to look bad after Cam also hits on the lock in addition to these things. So Lizzo lock, Lizzo picks, birds over the 49ers. I can dig it.
I sense some bias talking.
No, they don't even got to win for my lock to hit.
That's a good point.
They did almost let the Lions come back into that game. So who knows what happened on Sunday?
We got freshly paid Jordan Mailata shutting down Nick Bosa. It's gonna be great. And they don't even got any corners over there. Barrett just got hurt.
He's done for the year.
Who else is playing corner over there?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
So
Devonta Smith, Devonta. It really confuses me.
Ball out.
What is it? Is it Devontae or Devonta?
I'd probably say Devontae, but it's probably Devontae.
That's how everyone pronounces it, but like it's spelled Devontae. It really confuses me. Anyways, he's gonna have himself a heck of a football game. Or Rager. Rager last week on that one touchdown grab he had, he looked fast. You didn't see him run like that last year. You didn't. He looked like the speed guy we drafted him to be. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of promise was shown last week.
Maybe too much promise. Maybe we're a little overconfident, but we do have Lizzo locks on the side. So
You wouldn't be an Eagles fan if you don't get overconfident. Comes with the territory.
it literally does. Yeah. All right. That's it for the locks. That's first choice betting. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out the picks as well. Game by game. We went game by game. Each picked out the winner of each game. And yeah, Thursday night football parlay happened as well. Our picks are on that short as well. Appreciate y'all for watching. Make some money this week. Make us proud. Deuces.